Hey guys, welcome back to Rob's Arcade, where I'm your host, Rob French, and where life is a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you don't, oh shit, don't hit me.
Rob's Arcade, Rob's Arcade, where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
Alright guys, welcome back once again to Rob's Arcade. Taking one of my infamous little walks here, one of my little strolls that I'm known to do, or that I've been known to do lately. If you've been keeping up with my show, and if you have been keeping up with my show and you are familiar with these little walks I've been doing the last couple of months or whatever, I haven't done one in a while, and things have just been absolutely like just topsy-turvy, turned upside down, totally crazy lately. I don't know what's going on, but I'm starting to feel better, starting to feel like myself again, and I figured I'd go ahead and take a minute and just take a little walk and kind of catch you guys up with everything that has been going on here lately. And ooh, a little fireball bottle there on the ground. So like I said, if you've been following me on my channel, you know that I like to do these little walkabouts, if you will, as of late, where I just started kind of taking these little walks and getting all this shit out in my head, and just kind of like some self-therapy kind of a thing, if you will. Back in March, I started doing this actually basically as a way to deal with my issues with like alcohol addiction, something I've struggled with and still struggle with now. I've struggled with it for years. Like I said, still am. And I decided, since I do YouTube, that it might be a good idea just to kind of get, all my stuff out and share my thoughts with you guys, and share, my struggles and my demons and all of that stuff. And it really helped. And as well as dealing with the alcohol issues and everything, I was dealing with a lot of family stuff. My wife and I weren't doing good. We still aren't doing all that great. And just decided to be closer with family and to kind of help out my mom with my father, because he's not doing well, and just to kind of give my wife the space that she wanted, to go ahead and move back to Virginia. And it's one of those things I think I mentioned in the video that my friend and I, Andrew, kind of put together, driving back up to Virginia from Florida. I mentioned, this is just the beginning of all of this. This is just the beginning. It's not even close to being over. And it's, God, if that wasn't accurate, I don't know really what the hell else could be. So just to kind of, I guess, bring you up to speed, the last kind of one-on-one video I did with you guys was my home COVID test. I took a home COVID test a couple weeks ago, just because I had been feeling well all that week. I was staying with my aunt, and she wasn't feeling well. She had been sick, coughing and very congested, and just very stuffed up, and she just hadn't been feeling very well. Now, apparently she never tested positive for COVID, but after working for just almost a straight week, I just felt so worn out. I felt so tired. My body hurt, my back hurt. Co-workers were coming down with COVID, so I decided to take a COVID test. Wound up testing positive. Now, this was not this past Wednesday, but the Wednesday before. I don't know what's up with Wednesdays, man. Like, I love Wednesdays. Wednesdays are supposed to be awesome. They're supposed to be like this new comic book day. They're supposed to be great. And man, Wednesdays are such a bitch sometimes. This is when a lot of this is when the shit went down with my wife and I was on a Wednesday. A couple weeks ago, my life got flipped upside down on a Wednesday. So, God, man, as much as I like Wednesdays for, I shouldn't touch my eyeball. For the new comic book days, man, they're becoming kind of a bitch. No, you know what? Actually, I take that back. It wasn't. Yeah, I don't think it was a Wednesday. I think it was a Thursday. Still, man. Still. Anyway, so like I said, I wasn't feeling well. I think if you go back and you look at some of the videos I was doing, like my midweek breakdown, I wasn't feeling well. I posted a lost daily wheel spin. I couldn't figure out my I had to set my PlayStation back up to my YouTube. Like, for some reason it got disconnected, and then I couldn't figure out how to get it back together. But I think I finally got it figured out, finally got it back together. And I posted an old video from when I wasn't feeling well, and you can like hear it. Like, you just hear it in my head and my voice. And I don't know. I felt like I was kind of losing my mind, going crazy. So I decided to take this test, wound up testing positive. And as soon as I let my aunt know, just to kind of give her a heads up, she told me I had to leave. And I was just like blown away, when things with my wife and I weren't, going so hot, and I decided, all right, well, I'm going to give her space and move back to Virginia. Even though I wanted to be able to, I want to be able to help out my mom and dad, there wasn't a whole lot of space for me at their house. So I talked to my aunt Rebecca and was, even then like, hey, can I come stay with you for a little bit? And, she was like, sure. I don't want to make it like a permanent thing, of course. And that was never the intention to begin with. I think it was ever meant to be like a permanent situation, or even like a long-term situation. But because I just gave her the heads up just to let her know that, I was positive. And I was staying upstairs. Like, I had the whole upstairs to myself. It was 2 bedrooms upstairs. I pretty much stayed up there to begin with. I figured it wouldn't be an issue if I just stayed up there out of her way. And that apparently wasn't a good enough situation, or an ideal situation for her. So she told me I had to leave. I really had nowhere to go, because I couldn't stay with my parents, not only for the space reasons, but now because I was positive with COVID, so I couldn't risk getting them sick, especially my father with his conditions and his health issues. So luckily my mom and dad were able to put me up in a hotel for a few weeks. Well, actually it's like about a week, maybe a week and a half almost, I guess. I'm not really quite sure, about a week or so. And until I was, out of the woods, basically. And God, that was rough. That was pretty brutal. It was one thing when I was working and I had all my friends and people around me kind of helping take my mind off of stuff and keeping me busy. But man, being in a hotel all alone, kind of quarantined, it's rough. That's brutal. I was really upset when I left my aunt's house and wound up actually getting into a slight fender bender, which was awesome. I'm okay. My car's okay. It's actually getting looked at now. The transmission's having a little bit of issues. Hopefully nothing too crazy. But Geico will help me get through all this. Might be able to have a little bit of update for you maybe once all this is over. We'll see. So yeah, got kicked out again. This time my aunt kicked me out of the house. First it was my wife, then it was my aunt. What's next, right? So stayed a week or so in a hotel, had COVID, had a fender bender, car's in the shop. Right now I'm at my mom and dad's helping take care of Pops. I had no idea how bad off he was. Like, I was actually feeding him soup the other day, like he was like a child. And it's been tough, man. Finally, last Thursday, I actually started feeling a lot better. Started feeling like myself again. For a while, that I just almost felt kind of crazy, you know? Felt like I was never going to be normal again. Couldn't even think straight. I think if you go back and look at, like, I think my last New Game Friday video I posted and some of these other videos, I just don't even, like, sound like me. I just don't even, I felt like I was going insane. I never had any of the, like, the body aches or the congestion or anything. Well, I had the body aches, excuse me. I never had any of the respiratory issues or aches, pains, no chest pains, no respiratory issues, but I had the body aches. My eyeballs hurt, my brain hurt. Just felt like I was drunk all the time, you know? Although it just wasn't as fun as being drunk, really. But yeah, I finally started feeling normal again around, actually last Thursday, I guess. Wednesday I felt okay. Last Thursday I definitely started feeling a lot better. But yeah, it's been rough. You know, part of the reason why I started doing these little testimonials was, you know, like these little, I guess, vlogs, was to kind of, you know, I guess, keep you guys up to date and air out all my issues with the alcohol and drinking. And I like to say that through all this crazy shit, I've, you know, remained sober, but I haven't. Right after I got kicked out of my aunt's house, I had a few drinks. I'm not going to say this because I want to be like, oh, you know, I felt depressed and I felt this and I felt that. And yeah, I mean, I definitely felt all those things, but there was a lot to it, you know. Part of me wanted to know if I would even still like it and still enjoy it. And I really didn't, to be honest. Like, it had been so long since I'd had a drink. God, like over 45 days. And that's another thing too, like my calendar is all shot to hell. My whole like schedule, ritual, regime has all been turned upside down. You know, I had a calendar where I like to get up and mark off my days that where I'm like, you know, not drinking. And I haven't even had a place to really like hang my calendar and keep all that shit in check. But yeah, it'd been like 50 days maybe where I hadn't had a drink, and then I just decided, you know, hell with it. I wanted one. I don't want to explain it like I feel like if anybody deserved a drink, it was me. I don't think you can really rationalize it. Like, I mean, I guess you can if you wanted to, but that's not how I really want to rationalize it. But I just wanted a drink, you know? And then when I moved into my mom's, after helping my dad this past weekend, I decided I wanted a couple of beers, and So I walked over to the CVS right here and grabbed a couple of cans of Bud Light and indulged in those. But I didn't drink yesterday. I don't plan on drinking today. And it's just gonna be one of those things where it's like, I'm gonna have my ups and my downs. I think I mentioned in some of my videos even, like, there's that word relapse, which I don't want to say I've been looking forward to, but I knew it would be coming. I knew that word would be popping up. Every other cliche seems to have weaseled its way in. Oh man, I hope I don't get hit by this car right here. At least it'll be on video if I do. My last moments before I die. My last confessions. All right, well, cool. Yeah, looks like I fixed my YouTube PlayStation issue. So I should be able to even hop back on there today, give you guys a fresh daily wheel spin here on Rob's Arcade. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have those moments. There's gonna be relapse. I feel like it's just gonna happen. Like how many punches can you take, before you just gotta finally step back, take a break, and say, just hell with enough of this reality. It's while I was in the hotel and trying to, get over COVID, my wife and I were talking a little bit, hoping, that, some separation and some distance and some space apart would be good for us and help us out. I really didn't see that happening. My wife thought that would be, one of the best things. That didn't really seem like a good idea to me. So even, the divorce word has now seemed to pop up a little bit. Sorry, it was like some Stephanie or Becky out there. I didn't want her knowing all my business. But yeah, now even the divorce word has popped up. So, I've been separated from my wife, my dog, my home, my life in Florida, living with my aunt. It's had its nights where it's been a little bit depressing in itself. Really, what the fuck? Okay, sorry, we had Becky and Stephanie had to come out and interrupt me. But anyway, yeah, so we've had, the separation, which I did think was a good idea. Being back here in Virginia, living with my aunt, that's, like I said, had its ups and its downs. Now she's given me the boot and kicked me out because, I got COVID and just living in a hotel. My wife and I now, going from separation to talking about divorce, living back home with my mom and my dad. And he's just, he's going downhill. So I don't know. It's just been a lot on my plate. But, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there, doing the best I can. About ready to go grab some lunch over here, grab some pizza and some wings and just kind of hang out. Like I said, I'll do a little more, some more gaming, and just try my best to do my best. I got a lot to do going forward, which I said I would. Like I said in the video I did when I was coming back to Virginia, I knew this was going to be a long road ahead. From. I figured this would be like no one here. So many people. My car's in the shop now, so once that gets out of the shop, I'll be getting back to work and then looking for a place of my own. But man, it's a lot on my plate right now. So I'm just gonna have to, continue to take it one day at a time. Make sure you guys shoot me a thumbs up for some support. And I'm not going anywhere. Been watching a lot of Cobra Kai with my mom. That's been a lot of fun. kind of the right show. My boy Andrew was like, dude, watch some Cobra Kai right now. And man, he picked a good one. I've been wanting to watch it. I've always loved Karate Kid. Growing up, that was always one of my favorite shows. And Cobra Kai on Netflix has not let me down at all. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But like I said, I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update, let you know where I'm at, what's going on with me. So I'll probably be at my mom's. My dad's here for a bit, helping out with them, at least until I get, a car situated and back to work, and start, like I said, working on that place of my own, getting Rob's Arcade reestablished, back and better than ever. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to more from me and more from this channel. So make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss any further videos. Like I said, we'll have some more GTA daily wheel spins. We'll just kind of hang out some more, just kind of talk to you guys in the virtual world. And then we will have some New Game Fridays coming up. I got some cool ones coming, some retro stuff, some fun games I used to play back when I was a kid. And gosh, hopefully we'll get back into some toy unboxing, some Lego reviews. I really feel like I need a good Lego day. Like, that would be really great. Maybe kick back with my mom, hang out, put some Legos together, and just, kind of, take it easy. But like I said, guys, make sure you subscribe. Go ahead and share this video. There might be somebody out there, kind of dealing with some hard shit too, and could maybe, just at least know that everybody out there has some ups and some downs. Make sure you like, comment down below. Remember, this isn't goodbye, simply to be continued. And until next time, don't spend that quarter anywhere else. Later, guys. Take care. Peace. And there's more people coming. What the heck's going on?